Hello YouTube, it's time for another Manga First Impressions review, since there is another Shonen Jump title that just has recently released this past Sunday. Now, usually I would wait until the Saturday right before the next chapter comes out to have a video about this, but I decided that I have time, let me just make the video today, and I'll probably publish it the day that I recorded this, Monday, or the following day, Tuesday, May 9th or 10th. And hopefully I'll manage to do that. This is technically not part of the sci-fi month that we have going on. However, it is more or less a sci-fi story, so that's cool. And today we're really going to be talking about Super Smartphone, which is a horrible title. However, it is actually not a horrible series. So yeah, the demographic is obviously Shonen. If it came out on the Shonen Jump magazine, it has been published in English on the Shonen Jump app. And the author here is Hiroki Tomisawa, and the artist is Kintaro Hidano. And this art style looks very, very similar to me. I can't remember from where, but it kind of has a My Hero Academia-esque style. And I know that I say that a lot, but it's just a style that's very common nowadays because, you know, it's really good. So I'm not exactly sure, but in terms of similar artwork, you know, My Hero Academia is similar, Red Hood is similar, and Candy Flurry is similar. All three of them have elements that seem very familiar to me that are represented in Kintaro Hidano's work here. So it's pretty interesting. I like that. I really like the My Hero Academia art style and all of the art styles that are derivative of it. I say that in quotation marks because usually when an art style is similar to another mangaka's art style, it's because that mangaka worked under the other mangaka, which is definitely the case for the Red Hood manga, but I don't know if that's the case for Super Smartphone or Candy Flurry. I don't know. So yeah, the premise of this story is basically there's this guy whose name is Q, and he is a hyper-intelligent young man. However, he has a situation that occurred to him when he was a child, which is that his little brother Shu one day randomly disappeared. And so his love of science died because his younger brother could not be saved by this knowledge that he had, right? So now he has a disdain for, you know, his genius and his power of knowing knowledge because it didn't help him. And so now he just tries his bare minimum, except that one day he receives a mysterious smartphone, and it's not really a smartphone, it's more like a little pager tablet thing. It kind of looks more like an iPod, like an old iPod, than it does a smartphone. But he finds it in his backpack, and now this tool talks to him. It's basically a very advanced Siri or Cortana or, you know, Google kind of AI type of system. And it tells him, hey man, I have all of the knowledge ever created by humans. I can't tell you anything about humans specifically because they're not human created, but anything that they cause or do or write down or in some way know occurred, I can tell you. And Q doesn't believe it, but he does a series of tests in order to verify the situation. And once he realizes that it's true, he uses it to solve a crime that is very familiar to him because it is almost the same as the crime that happened when his little brother disappeared. And so solving this crime through the use of the smartphone allows Q to realize that he can use it to find his brother. However, when he goes to do so, the phone tells him, hey man, you don't have enough points to do this. And Q realizes that this is because that is the sum total wish that he has, the one knowledge that he wants to know. And the phone won't give it to him because the phone requires him to use it. He needs, the phone needs to be used. And so Q can't have that information immediately because then he will stop using the phone, right? So what happens is that now he has to go through the process of gathering points in order to finally be able to access the data he needs in order to find his little brother. And it's very interesting. Like, I really thought that the story was good. It kind of has, you know, elements of Death Note in it, and it may be kind of like the smartphone isekai, but then it also kind of has its own thing, and I don't really know anything else about it. It kind of has a mystery feeling similar to Candy Flurry or what is it? ICE. I can't remember the other detective manga that was in the Shonen Jump title in the Shonen Jump magazine a while back. But I saw some people say that the smartphone idea is stupid, but it's not really any more stupid than a magical notebook that lets you kill people like Death Note. I mean, I thought it was fine. It is kind of like a little too basic, I guess. It is a very normal thing, but I think that that's why it works, because nowadays everyone has a phone. Everyone can understand the desire to have a phone that tells you everything immediately, right? Like sometimes Google doesn't have the answers, even though it does have a lot of knowledge in it. The fact that you can't really process that knowledge sometimes is kind of off-putting. But if this phone allows you to have the knowledge and you have enough intelligence to understand all the knowledge, it works really well. And so Q and this phone have a very good team-up kind of vibe to them that I think works really, really nicely. And it's very similar to Death Note, where L and Ryuk work together. So I really like that. I thought it was good. Like I said, the art style was pretty similar to My Hero Academia. And overall, I think that the setup for the story is good. However, I don't know if it'll manage to go far enough to be exciting, because I don't know how it's going to work. Like, how are you going to have an antagonist occur? So, like, if we're looking at the Death Note kind of style, we're like, if we assume that this is going to work like Death Note, we need a bad guy or an antagonist, because technically speaking, the bad guy in Death Note is L, not Light. The bad guy in Death Note is Light, not L. L is technically the good guy, even if he is the antagonistic force. So I don't know how you're gonna make this character and his phone have a antagonist that makes sense. I guess the only possible situation would be to have a certain other person that also has one of these smartphones and pit them against each other as they start to try to work to create or foil, plans of some sort. Like, if Q becomes this kind of like detective kind of character, he's going to have a bad guy that he has to find and solve in order to find the mystery of his little brother's capture. But I don't know how they're going to be able to set that up in a way that is satisfying. So I don't know if this will be able to go very far, but at least 20 chapters out of it will be pretty good, because that's more or less what most Shonen Jump series get before they get axed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this story. Do you guys like it? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's good? I don't know. I personally found it to be good enough. Like, I was pretty interested in the way the smartphone works. There's enough mystery there that makes me excited to read another chapter. However, I don't know if that excitement is going to stay beyond finding out more about the phone. So let me know what you guys think down below, and thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.